What happens if one day you come back and the hamster's not there? There are cases of such things happening.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to this episode of In a Nutshell, How to Choose Your Pet for the First Time. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to prepare your home for your new pet. So I've got the privilege to prepare my house 2 times. The first time was with Zeus, the second time is with Ria. With Zeus, it was really just a noob going into a shop and asking like, okay, what do I need for a cat? So it was really more of just what the promoter in the shop thinks I need, as opposed to having to live through it, making enough friends, having advice from genuine cat owners, that you realize that some things are actually more practical for you to have as opposed to what marketing wants you to believe in. I think what is worthwhile is really knowing what is best for your cat. Apart from just the water fountain thing, also it's worthwhile to experiment on different cat litter. So there's really a lot in the market, to be honest, but what works for your cat and what works for you. For a first-time pet owner, what I would advise usually would be obviously to play about with a variety of different food, because you never know what your pet actually would like. And don't need to buy in excess for a start, because these are all very experimental moments. Another thing to also take into consideration would be maybe air purifier, because at the end of the day, you want the air
To be purified.
yes,
clean.
to be clean. So it's just the reality of things, right? And you have to accept that when you already take on the responsibility to want to have a cat at home. It's like a package.
So you're not just spending money on the pet itself,
Correct.
it's also like the equipment all
Yes,
around.
and how it can support you take better care of your home and of your cat.
So for hamsters, what we do to prepare a hamster's arrival into the house is obviously the tank. So we need to find space for the tank. Ideally, it should be away from a window. Direct sunlight and heat is not the best for them.
Right.
What kind of wheels are you going to purchase? Make sure that the wheels aren't like barbed wires and all, because it kind of hurts their feet. Similar to you for water fountains and water bowls, hamsters, we go for water bottles or the water dish. All these little things we need to consider. Bedding, different substrates, different textures, sand even. So these are the things that we have to prepare before we actually bring the hamster into our house. Another thing we should prepare is ourselves emotionally, even for like the whole household, because it is a family pet. It's very important for you to make sure that your family member is aware that, hey, there's actually an animal living in the house. Even though it's small, it doesn't make any noise, but it's still there.
You need to get everybody's buy-in,
Correct.
to love and respect that pet
Correct.
nonetheless,
Yeah,
right?
because you cannot have like your mum disagreeing and not liking the fact that there's a hamster in the house. What happens if one day you come back and the hamster's not there? There are cases of such things happening.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so you need to make sure that everyone in your house is prepared for the hamster, for a pet's arrival even. Yeah. That's all for this episode on preparing your home for your pet. In the next episode, we will talk more about welcoming your new pet. I'm Shannon,
I'm Ernie.
and this is In a Nutshell, how to choose your pet for the first time.